Our first knockout matches are set at the World Cup after dramatic ends to Group A and B on Tuesday. James Sharman, Craig Forrest, Faizal Khamisa here with you. Let's show you how things played themselves out in Group A and B. We'll start, of course, in A. The Dutch, thanks to a 2-0 win over Qatar, see themselves on top. And Senegal and Ecuador played a fun one that saw the African side squeak out a 2-1 win to see themselves in second place. In Group B, meanwhile, we've got England scoring some goals against Wales, 3 of them to be exact. They win 3-0, and the U.S. just needed the 1 against Iran. They are through in second place. So we know the first knockout game on Saturday will be Netherlands versus USA, and then the second knockout game on Sunday has England versus Senegal. Let's get a quick thought on each of them from you guys. And James, we'll start with you on Netherlands-USA. I feel like this is a pretty good matchup for the U.S. and the Dutch, because they haven't really been overly impressive so far this tournament.
They haven't, and not for a while, actually, overall. A team that's rebuilding, I suppose, in many, many ways, but they weren't great today. They beat Qatar 2-0. Qatar's not a very good team at all. We know that. Now, we did see Cody Gakpo score again. He's becoming one of the faces this year's World Cup, a wonderful young forward, and Memphis Depay got back in the 11 from injury, and that's key as well. So the Dutch will be improved, I'm sure, for the States. But if you're the States, you're feeling good about yourselves, Craig. And I think that's a pretty good matchup for them.
They've really stepped it up. I mean, you watch them in qualifying, how poor they were, the United States and Mexico, for that matter. They've done a really good job stepping up when it matters. Pulisic has just been fantastic. And we haven't seen that for a long time. And we always wonder whether he could be that lead guy. I mean, he's not that in club football, but he needs to do it for the U.S. And so far, so good.
Well, we'll see if he plays on Saturday. Picked up a bit of a knock, and apparently he's going to be okay. The other knockout match set up right now. He's smiling because if you cry too much, it doesn't matter anymore. England versus Senegal on Sunday. Craig, I'll give you the first word on this one. Senegal-Ecuador playing a really fun style of game today, and it saw the African side, like I said, go through. And I think they're going to give England some trouble.
I think so. I mean, it's one of those slippery ones, and certainly Senegal have been performed really, really well. I mean, I know James had him as a dark horse to try and get in, and certainly with Mane missing, it's a big factor for them. And we wondered how far they could take, how deep they were, but they're obviously well coached. Cisse does a really good job, a legend himself as a player for the country. So I potentially see difficult problems for England, because for the most part, this tournament, they haven't really been that convincing. Certainly in the first half, even today, they weren't convincing.
Yeah,
the knives were sharpening. So
they were. It's funny, right? We're just talking about that, the British media and social media. First 45 minutes, they're being just destroyed. Then, of course, second half, they turn it on, they score 3 goals against Wales, and now it's coming home, right? It's such a difference. It's amazing. But listen, England's a good team. We know that. There's some changes today. Rashford came in. We saw Phil Foden finally start a match as well. Kyle Walker got back from injury at right back. So if Southgate sticks with what's working, they looked a lot better in this one compared to the one against the States. So we shall see. They'll be the favourites in this match, but tell you, like I said, that Senegal team, they're scary. Yeah. They're big, they're strong, and they've got a lot of skill.
Don't think you want to come down to penalties, though. This Senegal team winning AFCON on penalty kicks and earning their place in the World Cup against Egypt on penalties as well.